Welcome back to AFTV. Welcome back to another breaking news. It's been rolling out today. It's been rolling out all the breaking news from Arsenal Football Club. I also want to remind you all that we will be live, myself and Curtis, tonight on our live show that we do every Tuesday. But please tune in. There's other news and other discussion points that we're going to be talking about. North London derby and officials that are going to be refereeing it, and our thoughts around it, all that stuff. Who can we pick to play in that game against Tottenham? Because right now we're seeing players drop like flies. So please tune into that live at 7 p.m. today. We are currently coming out the back of an international break. Something that caught my eye, actually, I was at the England game against Serbia, and where Eze, our Arsenal boys, rose, Bukayo Saka scoring, and Eze. And what really frustrated me was that they focused on Phil Foden's assist for the goal, even though Eze scored a screamer, which again really annoyed me, because English media at the moment is really grinding my gears, if I'm being honest. But I'm not here to discuss that. We'll discuss that another day. We're here to discuss Nwaneri and Gabriel Jesus, names that you may have forgotten about. You may not be speaking about amongst your Arsenal WhatsApp groups or your friends, people that, my opinion, I've been campaigning for Nwaneri, been questioning along this whole season. What's happening with Nwaneri? Why is Arteta not speaking about him more? Why is he not playing more? People will say, Cecil, relax. We have some new signings. We have top quality in those positions. He has to wait his turn. He's young. All of these things have been around Nwaneri discussion. And today, which broke today from Ethan Khan from the Daily Mail, some may take the Daily Mail as a reliable source, some may not. They've come out and said Nwaneri may get a chance, by the way, is outrageous. May get a chance to go out on loan as the club fully realises that he needs regular first team playing minutes in order to develop optimally. One more time for the people in the back. Nwaneri may get a chance to go out on loan as the club fully realises that he needs regular first team playing minutes in order to develop optimally. I've been campaigning for Nwaneri. Am I right to be Team Ethan and saying he should be getting more minutes at Arsenal? The club clearly recognise it, because this is what the Daily Mail have said, and they may be saying that he deserves more minutes, but not here at Arsenal Football Club, because there might be competition above him. In my personal opinion, there was many a times that Nwaneri could have started for Arsenal. There's many a times where Nwaneri could have played and got minutes for Arsenal, more minutes than what he's a 5, a 7, 2 minutes here and there at the back end of games. Ridiculous. Times where our captain, Martin Odegaard, who has been out, still currently out, hopefully will return after this international break. They said that there's reports that he will be, but I can't concretely say that he's going to be back starting for the North London derby, say. Could Nwaneri not have started? Of course, you guys are going to say, but Cecil, wait, we've got Eze. If we're going to be honest, real honest with ourselves, Eze hasn't hit the ground running at Arsenal. I've said it. I'm a massive fan of Gabriel Eze. But Nwaneri has proven it back end of last season. Not even just back end, last season in general. Being a mainstay when we needed players to step up. Nwaneri was that player, people. He really was. Me and Curtis have done videos and we've laughed at Nwaneri. He's looked around the change room and said, I'm the one holding things up right now. Come on, you got senior players in there. Raheem Sterling was at the club last season. Senior players that have done it all. Nwaneri was a mainstay, a player that would always drive the ball forward. Now, there's going to be people potentially shouting at the screen here saying, but Cecil, Ethan, when he was on the ball, he sometimes holds on to it too long. He is a bit careless. I believe there's an argument to say he can be sometimes our most attacking threat. I'll be honest, he's very forward-thinking. He likes to run at his players. He drives the team forward. I think he's been a little bit harshly done by this season. This season alone. And yes, Gabriel Eze can play in that 10 role and cover for Martin Odegaard, but even could go there and they could have put, let's say, an Eze on the left. Eze could have played that left position, which I believe he's actually played better from the left than he has in the 10, even though I believe he's a 10. He's played, for me, better in that left position. So this is a frustration reading this news. And yes, Trossard's been amazing in the left wing position, probably our most, productive and most efficient left winger. But we have a big squad. In my opinion, Nwaneri could have got more minutes, whether that's off the bench. because I feel like he hasn't got enough minutes off the bench, as well as maybe not starting positions, but definitely off the bench. But now they're considering him going on loan. Obviously, that'll be in the January window, where they'll be looking for clubs that suit him to go on loan. You want my honest opinion, people? You may agree, you may disagree. I think it'll be a mistake letting Ethan Nwaneri go on loan. That's the bluntness, that's the realness of this whole situation. He's a player that we clearly see that we need players in this squad, because players are going down like flies, as I mentioned. We're getting injuries all over the place. Ethan Nwaneri has the quality. He's proven it to play for Arsenal Football Club. I had the same mindset and conclusion of my thoughts on Miles Lewis-Skelly. Didn't want to have to bring him up in this video, but we're here. Calafiori's been really good. I'm aware of that. Yeah, I'm fully aware of that. But we've seen Thomas Tuchel say he needs to be playing for him to get his minutes for England. He obviously didn't get selected for this international break for England. Miles Lewis-Skelly is another player that he's probably looking around saying, I'm going to need minutes. I've just done a breaking news about injuries and Calafiori being rushed back from injury because he got a knock. He got a knock, and now he had to rush him back because, like Gabriel Jesus is now injured and not available going forward. So for me, we need to play Ethan Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Skelly. These are great players. These are players that are obviously developing. Yes, they are young, but they are clearly proving themselves and their worth in the Arsenal Football Club. So they should be playing, right? That's my take. You guys may disagree with me, but that is a breaking news that they understand that Ethan Nwaneri deserves first team minutes, and they'll be looking for a club that suits him potentially for that. But again, it's from Ethan Khan at the Daily Mail. It's up to you if you deem that as a reliable source. I hope that this is not the. I'm hoping this is not true, if I'm being honest, because I think Ethan Nwaneri, like I said, will get minutes and deserves minutes. Miles Lewis-Skelly, as we've seen, Calafiori recently had a knock as well and has to be returned back or rushed back from injury. But Miles Lewis-Skelly is there. He can play. He's more than suitable to play at Arsenal Football Club and keep the standard high. Next person. Again, I started saying you may have forgotten about some of these names. Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus. Izan Khan, again from Daily Sport, part of the Daily Mail family. He's come out with reports that indicate that the club aims to bring Jesus back to full fitness, which we've seen him training. We've seen him back in training within the next month, to give him minutes and showcase his potential to interested parties. You ask, why is this? If an acceptable offer arrives, he will be sold in January. Otherwise, he will leave next summer. So that is the news there from Izan Khan, again from Daily Mail. Gabriel Jesus is obviously going to be reintegrated back into the team, and in my opinion, rightly so. Victor Gyökeres has done well at Arsenal. I am not giving up on him. I'm definitely not a fan of giving up on him. I want to keep seeing that celebration. I think he's actually done okay for Arsenal so far since he's been here. Obviously, we want to see more goals from him. Havertz is going to be returning. Gabriel Jesus is going to be returning. And Victor Gyökeres. For me, that's a strong front three. Yeah? Happy with that. They're obviously going to try and play Jesus in... Listen, there's so many fixtures in December. He's going to get minutes. So then look to sell him on, obviously, in January. Am I happy about that? I can't give you my opinion because I haven't seen Jesus come back after 2 knee injuries. Obviously, it was Man United, start of 2025, January. He done his other knee. He did another ACL in his knee. So I don't know what player we're getting. We've been lucky during Timber had an ACL injury, came back an absolute machine. That does rarely happen in football. I think the team doctors have got a lot better these days, but that rarely does happen. So Jesus has had not just one, but he's had his second knee injury, major knee injury so one knee and one on the other. So I don't know what player we're getting back. If we get the Jesus of when he first arrived, which if I'm being real, we probably won't be getting, then I think Arsenal shouldn't be looking to sell him in January. I think we should be looking to keep him in until next summer. That's my personal opinion, because 3 strong attackers and different attackers will only benefit Arsenal. But yeah, that is it. We're going to leave it there for today's breaking news. If Nwaneri, the club from Daily Mail, club are maybe looking for a loan deal, in my opinion, don't want to see that, but that's what they're saying. And Gabriel Jesus likely to be moved on in January if there's clubs and offers that want to bring him on board after obviously returning back from his knee injury, which I think would be smart from Arsenal Football Club if we don't get the same Jesus which you've seen when he first arrived. So that is it for the breaking news. Again, not a breaking news with a smile, but just an update for you all. Please like the video on your way out, and I'll see you again tonight at 7 p.m. Make sure you're there. Me and Curtis live. Take care, people. Peace.